speaking of turkey,
Oh,
you have a story about turkeys, and I think food stylists ruin everyone's
I
Thanksgiving.
ruined my own Thanksgiving.
Because you guys you basically, you're lying to the people. Like,
I know. It's all smoke and mirrors.
it's funny that it's like there's like all these things that are like, oh, we don't want to false advertise, but then the turkey industry just gets to do whatever the fuck they want to do.
So how do you get that perfect golden brown?
So there's few techniques. There's because it's a lot of skin management, I would say.
Gross. So fucking gross.
This is like Hannibal Lecter level skin management.
You gotta pin the skin
Oh
so
my
it doesn't come off or come forward and show actual meat.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
And then you pin it, and then there's a concoction you make of coloring. It's like kitchen bouquet, which is like gravy master, it's brown stuff. You get a little yellow food coloring, a little bitters.
Oh, really?
Soap. And then
Soap. Like
it's
Dawn?
Like Dawn, but like a clear one, so it's not.
Huh.
It helps with the fat that comes out, so it helps it.
Oh, it like
stick.
washes it away?
Yeah.
Weird.
And then sometimes a little Caro in there, and then you cook the turkey just enough, and then you start putting this coloring on, like spraying it on with like a sprayer, and then just
like
managing it.
you're airbrushing the turkey.
Yeah, basically. And then the skin, whenever it starts to like wrinkle, you hit it with like a little bit of a torch, and then it'll like
Tighten back up.
Like a heat gun?
Yeah. Some stylists, I haven't tried this, but you can like pour boiling hot oil all over the turkey when it's fully raw, and then I guess the skin like stays super crispy.
It probably like pork rinds.
Yeah.
It.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I just have never. I'm like, that's too dangerous.
That's like deep frying a turkey,
deep frying
yeah.
a turkey,
Yeah.
but like that's things that you would not expect.
It would be weird, like to do a thing. You've done obviously then Thanksgiving style commercials or stuff like that. It'd be weird to me as an actor to be at a Thanksgiving dinner scene and then someone just comes by with a blowtorch and fucking just quickly tops up the turkey.
Yeah.
Just like, oh, it's getting a little saggy. Just like
One of the pins fell out.
You take the pins out after. And then there's this stuffed Marmite that I love. It's like this Australian.
Oh, yeah.
But it's like a grate. You just, if there's a little like lighter spot, you just kind of brush it on and like heat it on there.
You
like,
use Marmite for paint.
Yes.
And then
Oh my God.
So the turkey's like not really cooked.
I'd say they maybe stay in the oven for like maybe an hour, but they're definitely fully raw.
And then
I mean, if you're painting it with soap, you don't want to eat it anyways.
No, but say someone has to cut this turkey. I would assume that when you're cutting a raw turkey.
So if you do have to cut it, you'd probably cook it differently. And there are other ways where if you cut it and it's still pretty pink, you can hit it with a steamer and it will make the meat look white.
Do you cut the turkey? Like so like if I'm cutting the turkey in the scene, you just cut and then it's like a turkey that you've cut.
Yeah.
And I'm pretending cutting again.
That's where the acting comes in.
Yeah. After, it's like uncut turkey, then swap a turkey, steam it, hit it with the blowtorch a couple times, and then.
So, I mean, nothing you do is real. I would never eat any of it. Don't ever offer it to me. But we've had this conversation with some people in the past, like with our costume designer that we had on. Like everybody wears clothes, so everybody thinks that they can do that. Like everybody eats food. Do you have to like tell a lot of people to back off because they're like, oh well, yeah, you just do this and then it's ready, and you're like, no. Like, how do you fight that kind of?
I get a lot of like people's opinions sometimes, and they like think it's so easy, and I'm like, it's not always that easy. Sometimes it is, but it's not always like.
Yeah.
Some people will try to give me their opinions, like art directors or whatever. But it's kind of like, I'm like, okay, I'll try that, but I know it's not gonna work. So.
Do you try it?
I do, yeah.
Okay, but then when now you're behind because you tried this thing that somebody else told you to do, the heat's still on you, right? Like
a little bit, yeah. But that's what they wanted, so that's what they got.
Okay.
It doesn't happen very often, though.
Yeah. I can imagine somebody just being like, well, it's a bowl of cereal. Just fucking pour the cereal. And you're like, cool, thanks.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder,
I'll
do you
leave.
think that's so? This brings up another point. I feel like on Instagram and YouTube and stuff, I see all these like, this is a hack for cereal, like it's glue.
Who's just randomly shooting this stuff for themselves?
know.
Like, why do you need these fake?
Half of Instagram is like, why are they shooting this shit? They're probably like 90% at this point. But
Yeah, I
like,
have to put to bed the motor oil as pancake syrup. It's not a thing. We don't do it. It's gross.
it's gross.
Did it
Wrong.
like? But it must have happened once, right? Like, and that's why it like.
Maybe.
Yeah, and then they cut and they were like,
Yeah.
let's not do that again. Let's actually get something else.
They
Just
released
get
the wrong
syrup.
footage.
I feel like it's like that crafty panda shit. Or,
Oh,
you know,
yeah, it's so
you know that
bad.
fucking video thing? It's like
The
Crafty
5-minute
Panda?
crafts.
that's like Russian propaganda. I've read about this.
What is this?
Straight up Russian propaganda. It's a craft panda.
Yeah, I've seen it on Facebook or
and
something.
I feel like
Yeah.
it came like the motor oil thing
Yes.
came from that.
Like they're putting it out there to try to get people to hurt themselves.
Oh,
Maybe. I mean, I see their shit all
that's
the time. It'll be like it's like they're like don't have pliers and they like make pliers out of all these things. They're like, wait, you don't have pliers, but you have a welder and you have a metal bender. And can you just went and bought fucking pliers? Like at a point, like you just spent like 4 hours making pliers. That's the same.
It
I
is.
hate Kraft Panda. It's fucking stupid.
That specifically. This is Mike's nemesis.
But I think that's where it came from because I remember seeing the motor oil thing, and then I remember like Elmer's glue with cereal in it.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Oh, the propaganda is definitely working because every time like I've run into some stranger or whatever, and they're like, "What do you do for a living?" And I tell them like, "Oh, so you do that motor oil stuff?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"No."
That's wild.
Yeah.
yeah, I feel like everyone's seen those videos, and maybe that's why they're like, they see it, they're like, that's the trick. And then
Yeah.
they're like, no. And you're like, that's not actually.
Then
no
they
one
go
would do
home
that.
and they yeah.
It's a very specific demographic, though, because I don't get those videos on my phone.
Not yet.
Yeah,
Well,
I will.
now.
I will.